Okay, let's see if I can climb in live arena again. I didn't play for a couple days, and last time I did so and so on the actual battles, but the last maybe 4 or 5 sessions before that, I was gaining like 30 to 60 points every time, and I was only losing 1 or 2 and winning like 10 plus. Probably not as good today, but we shall see. Maybe since I had a little bit of break, maybe people forgot about me already and they won't counter me and I will have easy time, but we will see. I don't have White Queen Angora ready just yet. I will have her for tomorrow, but once I get her ready, I can't wait to get back to farming Chaos Dust. I haven't been able to do it because of the fusion, and there's still some pieces that I really need to get dusted. Like for instance on my Wukong chest, I need to get that dusted with accuracy ascension, and I also have another boost with higher accuracy roll, and I need to get speed ascension on those, and there's other stuff as well, but Wukong is probably gonna be the first thing that I ascend when I can get some dust again. But so he opened with UDK and Wukong. That's pretty tough for me because that basically means that Rotos and Helicat are both already out of question, and Wukong A2 is kind of good matchup against Rotos. Yeah, sorry, I just woke up, so I'm a bit confused. The Wukong A2 is, well, it's good against UDK as well, but it's very good against Necret since it just removes all of his effects anyway. So it might not be an easy matchup for me. I also don't have my Staldos geared right now. Actually, do I have my... I hope I have my Windows. I hope he's not missing like some pieces. Actually, I don't think I did. I think I didn't remove any of his pieces to do Hydra this time. Okay, let's go with Helicat as well, and maybe I'll try to ban the Wukong, but I think he's gonna pick something else with buff strip, but let's try this. Yeah, I forgot that I was supposed to put my Staldos back again in gear. He might have been actually pretty good against this team. It doesn't look that tanky, and he of course has a decent matchup against Rotos. What? I don't think I have ever seen Mashaled in live arena before. I mean, okay, so he even banned my Duchess. I only had one polymorph in my team. Now I don't have any, so it's not like Mashaled can be annoying, but he's of course very squishy and also prone to getting polymorphed. He doesn't really see any use normally, but let's see if he can destroy me with Mashaled, because it actually kind of looks bad, to be honest. At least I have the Necret immunity, but I don't have any proper attack buff apart from the one Xena just got from the Siffy turn meter boost, but I'm not gonna get any attack buff on her after that, so I'm kind of gonna be lacking in damage, and also I'm gonna get CC'd, but I guess we're gonna open with hard hit. Hopefully there is no reaction proc. Okay, never mind. I was thinking it too hard. Yeah, Siffy did a lot of buffs on his team, so we got to work. Oh, he got refresh proc on Rotos. That was actually pretty risky for me. He can obviously easily destroy Helicat with the A3, but outside of that he doesn't do anything, and Helicat can weak hit on Rotos, but he can kill Rotos fairly easily. Okay. I guess that's the reason why Mashaled isn't that popular, because he just isn't tanky. That's the main reason why something like Quintus isn't really used. But yeah, I thought the team was gonna be harder, to be honest. I didn't think I would have the damage to one-shot him. I still have only the 2-star blessing on Xena. I can't wait to get 4-star. And I have mentioned this many times before, but I don't understand, like, why isn't somebody with +4 Xena, like, actual ascension, and maybe also, like, level 4 blessing? Why isn't some, like, big whale running rampant in live arena with Xena? I don't see anybody using her at all, and I don't even hear about it or see it. I think she would be super good if you had her empowered. Imagine that you can still easily get, like, I don't know, like 80 crit damage on my Xena and tons of attack and a lot of speed as well. Like, maybe that's just my bias, but I really don't understand why she isn't more popular. I guess she doesn't have very good matchup against Taras, but then again, like, there isn't many champions who do, so. Okay, we lost the Rotos again, but maybe this time we're actually gonna go with the Wukong ourselves. He does have polymorph on his UDK though. Like people generally do, to be fair, but... Should I already go for Necret? Either I go with the Nuker or Necret, but... I don't have any super tanky Nukers anymore. I think I'm most likely gonna go with Xena, maybe even still with Rotos, but... Now let's just go with this. If he doesn't pick Rotos, I might actually go with Rotos and Xena. After I see his picks, but maybe I'll just go with Helicat, we will see. But Tormin is kind of already out of the option since I picked Necret and I can't get the defense buff anymore. I was planning to use Tormin a bit more, but I kind of have a love and hate relationship with Tormin, that sometimes he's super good and then oftentimes he just doesn't have damage to kill anybody, and I'm super disappointed with him. Okay, I think we're just gonna go with Xena and Rotos. He already picked the Ukko, so Helicat doesn't sound like a great idea, and I can basically still ban any one of those. None of them isn't really like a doable matchup. I mean, if he bans Rotos, the Baron can technically one-shot my entire team, but probably not, so... But I might go for Baron ban actually. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're gonna go for... Nah, let's go for... The thing is, if he bans my Wukong and I ban Baron, then... Nah, it's fine. Yeah, let's go for Baron ban. I'm not gonna go for UDK ban. I don't need to do it, yeah. Yeah, as long as I can get the UDK polymorphed once, I should be good, but I can get slept by Siphi. He's probably gonna open with that since I have the Xena in my team. By the way, I did get Amulet on Skinwalkers today from Stone Skin from Hydra CVC, and I was actually thinking if I could maybe do a 4-piece Stone Skin on my support Wukong. That might be kind of nice to not get CC'd at the start of the fight. Oh, he did open with turn meter boost, that was a big mistake, but I'm still lacking one accessory to actually do that build on Wukong. I don't think we procced Helm Smasher probably on either one of his supports, sadly. But yeah, I think I might go for the Stone Skin Wukong actually when I can do it. Still in full accuracy and speed, but maybe I'll sacrifice a little bit to remove one 2-piece perception set and put some 2-piece Stone Skin. I probably have good enough Stone Skin anyway that I might lose some stats on the set bonus, but I can always almost make up for it with like having mythic penta pieces on stone skin. I hope the UDK moves just before my Xena, and maybe I can kill it after the polymorph ends, hopefully. Okay, no. I'm still gonna go for the nuke. It's probably maybe gonna be enough damage to kill Ukko as well. Okay, good. By the way, do we actually have the Necric and the Archer tournament up right now? Let's actually look it up. This one, no, I think yeah, I guess it's tomorrow. Yeah, never mind. This was causing a big drama. Like, lots of people were kind of disappointed by Plarium with this. Not only because they were kind of expecting to not have more events for her, and they were kind of keeping that information not public, but also the fact that they're making people compete for her, that both the people that don't have her and the people that have her, because they want to get the 6-star blessing. But I'm sure some people will go for the 6-star blessing, and it's good. I guess you could go with cruelty on her, but I think probably many people are not gonna bother for going for the blessing if they already have her. Maybe some super mega wells are gonna do it, but I think champion training tournaments are super annoying, and I wouldn't do it even if I had the resources to do it. So you don't really need high level blessing for PvE. I mean, it helps, but it's not that big deal. I feel like you mostly want it for PvP, but maybe that's my bias. Okay, Taras and Wukong. Maybe I will actually go with Quintus as my second nuker. I think in this fight actually White Queen Ankara might be a good option as like the second support. But let's just go with Necret and or should I set up for a tournament? Okay, let's go for Helicat. Likely he's gonna pick a second buff stripper now because of this, but if he doesn't do it, probably he's gonna go with lockout. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, in this case, I guess I can go with Tormin. Yeah, okay, I think this fight is gonna be very easy with this matchup, but I was honestly expecting like either lockout or something like Lady Mikage, and then maybe Harima or something like that, but this matchup isn't too bad at all. I can totally do it. I think the famous last words. Yeah, so he banned the Helicat. We don't have any defense buff for Tormin, but since we already have Rotos in the team, we don't really need it. And Tormin is gonna be more like a support in this fight, hopefully just to freeze them, but he doesn't have to do that much damage. Okay, he has almost everybody except Taras in Stone Skin, so I guess there isn't gonna be a lot of CC at the start of the fight, but after that, Taras and Maritzka are both very prone to freezing their own team. He does have quite a few buffs on his team, so Taras AoE nuke is actually gonna hit very hard. I hope he doesn't one-shot my dodges. Okay, good. Uh, okay, let's actually open with A2 on the top. No, I can't do it. Never mind, let's just go with A1, yeah. I was gonna say that let's go with A1 instead of A3, but I forgot that he had the taunt, and then I was starting to think about buff stripping Taras, but that wasn't an option. Not that I needed him being buff stripped. Anyway, it was probably better to go with the A1 and reduce the defense of everybody, though the cruelty blessing gets a lot better at higher levels, and I think I only have Dormin at 2, so it's not that strong, but it's actually super strong if you get it at 6 star. By the way, sometimes people, or very often actually, people ask me what time do I play live arena so they can battle me, and the answer is that I'm a pretty hectic guy and it shuffles a lot. I'm not super consistent as I should be with my live arena playtimes, but let's just say that usually I prefer the third time slot out of the options, but none of them are really like perfect time for me. I wish there was like a time in between the first and second time slot, but the third one is the one that I mostly play. Right now I'm playing on the second time slot, which is probably the most popular one for Europeans, since it's like 4 PM and it's basically the normal time slot for most people. Not Americans, but Europeans at least. Yeah, I don't think there's really that much room to lose the fight at this point. But maybe not meeting the hardest of the teams. I mean, they are pretty good teams, but my teams are set up very well as well, so unless I meet guard teams or teams that specifically counter me very hard, sometimes I can get fairly easy runs like it may seem like I'm getting today. I mean, I'm not saying this is bad team, but of course if he had, let's say, Harima instead of the Heprock, this would be a lot harder for me. But with Heprock in the team, it's kind of fairly easy. Probably not easy for most other people, but I do have very strong builds, so. Okay, so far we're at 3-0, it's pretty motivating, even though you can see kind of weird stuff that there is 2 teams with Heprock, which is certainly not top tier champion, and then there's 1 team with Mashale, but I mean, I'm using some not the best nukers myself, but I can definitely recognize that I could get a lot of harder enemies. By the way, my second last video, it was called something like something about defense, how defense damage mitigation and ignore defense scaling works. That video is a very it has a lot of information like spreadsheets and stats about defense, and it's something that if you don't know about that stuff, I recommend watching that video. I always kind of feel like wait, Mikage is gonna have a very bad matchup against Rotos, but let's go with him anyway. Often when I put that really good informational stuff, it isn't anywhere as popular, and then I put out the shard pool video and everybody watches it. But trust me, the video I made about defense is much better than the shard pool video, and there's no other videos out there with that kind of information that goes clearly through defense and how it works in raid and PvP specifically. The only other video is the old video about it I made, and that's a long time ago, and this one is much better to listen to than the old one, but I recommend to watch it. Yeah, he has ally attack and Ronda, so he's hard countering Rotos, and that's not good for us. He also has the buff strip, so even Helicat might not have the best time here, but I wonder if that's a nuke Wukong. Let's gamble on the fact that it's actually nuke Wukong. I mean that it's not a nuke Wukong, but it might be. If it's not a nuke Wukong and he has to pick a second nuker, then I'm gonna ban Baition. But if it's a nuke one, then he's just gonna pick a second immunity champion. But the Ronda Mikage is horrible matchup with Rotos, so. Okay, so it was a nuke support, but he didn't maybe have a second immunity champion geared. Okay, he went for the Dutch span. He can definitely kill the Rotos at the start of the fight, like he's gonna go first. I hope I get some reaction procs. If I can just survive the first turn and actually get the turn on my side, I will definitely win this one, but he can just ally attack my Rotos with like on the first turn, and if Ronda doesn't get frozen, then A2 my Tormin on the second turn, like or on Ronda's first turn, and he can kill me before I get a single turn in the entire fight. If I had another tanky nuker, I definitely... Oh nice. I would have banned the Ronda, but I didn't have a good nuker against this, so I kind of had to gamble with Tormin. But since we did get the freeze on Ronda, which is of course why we did go with Tormin, now we're perfectly safe, but this wasn't like a guaranteed fight for me. I was kind of doing a dice roll here to see if I win or not. Well, also if I did proc reaction on Rotos, I could have been fine as well, but either way, it definitely wasn't a guaranteed success. I only have one piece of reaction on Rotos, and he's tanky enough that he probably might be able to take 2 hits from Ronda, so if one of them did weak hit and she doesn't have the strongest gear in the world, I might survive it though. But yeah, in the defense video, I go through what defense levels are important for PvP and why people focus much more on HP than defense, and why you should as well. And also I talk about how building nukers with the highest damage, taking into account the ignore defense mechanics properly, because often I see a lot of people, even like people that play arena and like probably should know better, but people often go for those let's say good looking builds with crit damage 2p set or speed 2p set or something like that, and you have more stats on paper, but most of the time if you have cruel 2p sets, they are gonna be better than going with crit damage or speed, even though you don't see the ignore defense on the stat sheet, and it doesn't look as good as those other options. But you can easily adjust for that with the Hellhades optimizer, and you can calculate the damage at specific defense level on enemy, and then you can also put in your actual ignore defense level and get the actual best damage builds for PvP, which is very different than for PvE, because many bosses have very low defense levels and so on. Okay, I thought I already had it in the back, but I'm getting D-seed and weak hits on the Mikage and the AI is acting dumb, so am I still gonna lose this? Yeah, Rotos is getting perma CC'd. Well, that's kind of funny. Okay, I think we lost it. The Mikage passive is good, not just AoE stun and the sleep on A1 that she has, but she's permanently, or not permanently, but constantly reducing my turn meter by 30% every time she takes a turn, so it can be pretty annoying. And of course, Rotos can weak hit on her, so it's kind of hard. I wasn't really paying attention. Maybe if I just focused on the Mikage or manual the fight, maybe I could have done it, but oh well, happens. Okay, we're meeting an old school team right here. This team with Kaimar as the last one used to be the best offense team for a very long time. Too bad that I never had it during that meta. Not that I have it right now, but it used to be a god offense team. Right now in the current meta it's not really used. It's almost usable, but not really because of the UDK. But it might make a comeback at some point. It's still pretty solid team, and if the defense meta changes it might become popular again, but we're gonna go with again Necret and Xena. I feel like I could even consider the Mikage thing, but the thing is that now let's just go with this. He's gonna go first, he has immunity and he has a lockout, and it's a lot more tricky to use it against her if you're not using a speed team yourself. That is kind of the reason why I'm not using Mikage very often, but there's definitely some matchups where I could use him, but I'm already locked into a very specific team and I don't have any room for her. Okay, so he did go for a double lockout. That means that basically we're gonna lose because I don't have a good matchup against this. Yeah, basically it means that we already lost, to be honest. I could try to go with Mountain King, but I don't think that's gonna be good enough. Yeah. Since he has the double lockout, it's pointless to ban either one, so let's go for the Helicat ban, but pretty sure I won't be able to do this. And like I mentioned the last time when I met a team like this, it's very good on paper, it works very well against me, but there is a reason why you don't see this like double lockout setup all the time, because some of the better accounts with more champions, it can even be kind of easy matchup for them, because that means that the enemy team isn't gonna be super tanky, and there is definitely ways to deal with this. First of all, if you just go first, but even outside of that, there is multiple ways. They are just very specific, and you want specific nukers, or you need a very high resistance Skymore, but even the high resistance Skymore or Yumeko isn't the best option. The best option really is to have nukers that can deal with this. Okay, so wait, can we actually do it? I guess Xena does have pretty decent A1, and Mountain King does as well. And that's why I went for the Helicat ban, because like I said, these types of teams aren't very tanky. That's probably why he went for the Helicat, to make it a bit more tanky, but we already had the UDK, so I had to go for this. I think if he banned the UDK instead of the Duchess, it might have gone a different way, but I guess we did it. Yeah, so 4-1 at this point. Why can't YouTube? Let me look it up. I didn't realize he had that name. Oh, it's a... Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I'm usually pretty... Wait, he only has a couple videos. I'm usually pretty familiar with most YouTube channels, but yeah, I have talked about this thing before, that the Russian channels kind of go off the radar. Damn, he has a lot of... He only has a couple videos visible. I guess he has some hidden videos. But the few videos that he has are very old with high amounts of views. But the Russian content creators... But anyway, go subscribe to like and just because he won. But the Russian content creators kind of go off the radar for other people. The YouTube algorithm isn't really showing them to us. But there's actually many really big great content creators. Like, I don't know how many, but I think there's many Russian channels with more than 50k subs. Might be more than actually English channels. And you probably have never heard of any of them. Ironically, for instance, nowadays the biggest content creator in MAD is a guy called Husky, who is also a Russian content creator. And also for him, you have probably never heard about this channel, but he isn't even the biggest one. There's multiple other really big Russian channels, and it's kind of interesting to me. Also, I have this funny thing that I asked about it in my clan Discord at one point, and one of the Russian moderators called Galogen, who is in our clan, kind of explained it to me, but sometimes I get Russian comments. And I was always pondering, why is that happening? That if they can watch my videos where I speak English, surely they would comment to me in English. But he explained to me that there's like a Russian web browser called Yandex. And with Yandex you can automatically translate YouTube videos to Russian. And I was kind of skeptical how well that works, but it actually works really well. You just click one button in real time and it actually sounds very fine. It doesn't sound like horrible mismatched AI robot, but it just changes my speaking to Russian, which is kind of funny. It basically does like AI voiceover dub, and I guess that's how the Russian people mostly watch my channel. Anyway, that's a weird story, but it was kind of weird to me, and I had been pondering about it for a while, and when they explained it to me, it made a lot of sense. Should I actually go with Helicat in this fight? I think this is gonna be a Helicat fight. We should be able to kill this, even if he bans Rotos with Helicat, and then we're gonna get some survivability. Also, I remember there has been 2 times where some Russian channels that were like, they were pretty big channels, bigger than my channels, but I can't pronounce their names, so I can't really say which channels. But there was 2 times where basically some Russian channels just did a video about video I made and then tagged me into the video. And it's kind of funny because you suddenly realize that there is some channels out there that you have never heard about, but they still exist and are active and popular. Okay, I think we must actually go for ban on one of the revivers to make sure that we can actually kill this team. I'm not sure if I want to go for the Sifi or Elva, but let's go for the Sifi ban. Yeah, he went for the Rotos ban. I kind of saw that coming since he went for basically a third healer. But yeah, 2 times just randomly some Russian content creator made a video about my video and tagged me into it, which I appreciated a lot. Like basically they were attributing me, but and like that's very fine. Like I like it. It's very nice, and it's kind of interesting to find out new channels. But I literally had never heard about those channels, even though they were bigger than mine, and like I have never talked with them or anything like that. So it was a bit weird. Also, I really like, I have spoken about it in my clan Discord as well. My favorite guy who makes videos about testing champions on the test server, because of course you need 8k subscribers to get access to it, and most CCs can't do it. And out of the CCs that can do it, not everybody is really into testing there. But I think the guy that makes best test server testing videos is actually a Russian channel. One of the like old ones. Wait, that one I can actually find because he has a little bit of English in his channel name. Wait. But I can't even understand his videos, but I think he does pretty good testing, and even without understanding what he says, he does good testing videos there. Wait, I can't find his channel by searching. It's something like Russian words and then Riddick, and I think he has like 50k subs. I would show his channel, but I literally can't find it by searching for it. Anyway, it's a weird thing. You might find it super weird, but it's interesting raid lore out there for me, that there's a bunch of channels out there that are kind of secret under the radar channels that are very hard to find, and you probably haven't heard about them even though they are very big and popular. Looks like we have enough damage to actually kill this Elva team. By the way, since I did those couple collab videos recently, if any Russian channel wants to do like collab with it, I know some people are gonna get offended by that, but if some Russian channel wants to do a collab, I'm definitely interested. I find it very intriguing that there's a lot of Russian channels out there and you can't even find them. I don't think they even, in the official raid content creator chat, I don't think the Russian people even talk there. Maybe they have their own chat. I honestly have no idea, but I don't think they even talk in that chat. They might be there, but they never speak, or I don't recognize that they are Russian. But I think most of them have Russian names, so I should be able to notice them. By the way, so there's some good things coming up tomorrow or maybe the next day, but I finally got my microphone. Now you need like a soundboard for it. I can actually show you. Wait, can you see it on the video? You need like a soundboard for it, or maybe there's a better word. People who are into music, they can educate me. I got the microphone. The soundboard has arrived, but I need to go pick it up from post office. But wait, let me remove it from the package. I will have the microphone tomorrow ready set up, or maybe for the other video that I will do later today. And then also tomorrow I'm gonna have, or maybe the next day, I'm gonna do a video about testing the White Queen Ankara. So there's gonna be some interesting stuff in the future. Do I want to go with Rotos? Well, probably I'm the only one that is excited about my new microphone, but I am super excited about it. I hope it sounds a lot better. Probably it's not gonna sound as much better as I hope it to sound, but I will still have it soon, so that will be good. Okay, Rotos has horrible matchup against Arima, and not the best matchup against Georgid, but since we already have UDK in the team, it's not the worst, and we can still go for the Necret as well, so it's actually kind of okay. I think we're gonna go with triple nuker. Well, no, not triple nuker, double nuker with Helicat again. Can I finish this team off with just Helicat? Kind of depends on the builds, on the supports, to be honest. Okay, this is very risky. I don't think it's gonna work out, but let's go with Xena instead of Necret. I think with this setup he's either gonna ban my Helicat or Duchess. Probably Helicat, but as long as either Xena cuts in or Helicat gets a turn before he snookers, I might be okay. Should I ban the Drunk Heart? I think I'm actually gonna go for Drunk Heart ban. Yeah, let's do it. Looks kind of bad though. I think I'm gonna lose. Also, I got, again, this is something that is interesting to me, but probably not for you guys, but I got a lot of help from somebody that, from a viewer, and he was helping me with fonts and this kind of stuff. He even gave me the channel background that I have on YouTube, so I'm also trying to spice up my thumbnails a little bit, but I don't know if you guys hate those thumbnails with selfies. I think generally it's what most TCs use, and they are probably the best overall, but I have seen that comment many times on my channel that they like the fact that I'm not going for them and I'm using other stuff. I think I'm gonna open with A2 actually. If my Helicat cuts in and the Xena doesn't die before she gets the next turn, it's gonna be worth it, but if she dies now, then it was kind of waste. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do a little bit of those selfies as well to try to make my channel more mainstream. I think probably some people are not gonna appreciate that, but it's probably gonna be better overall, so. And when I was speaking with Nukex, for instance, he was telling me it's way better and I should do it, so I'm sure they know what they're talking about. Okay, if Helicat doesn't get a turn now before the Georgid, the fight is already over. Okay, good. I wish he would have gotten a turn before the Harima, but he does have the turn meter boost and probably has pretty fast build on the Harima as well, which is like the correct build to do on her. I wouldn't go for super slow with high damage. You definitely want to go high speed on just most champions in live arena in general, but especially on somebody like both Georgid and Harima. I think this is gonna be the second loss today. Unless my Rotos goes bonkers with the extra turns, but god damn it, he slapped me with the Marichka A1. That was the worst thing that could have happened to me there. You probably can't hear it on video, but there's some construction noises outside. I don't know what somebody is doing. I don't think there should be any construction, but there's some weird noises. That only I can hear, so I might look a bit weird. Yeah, if he didn't have the Harima passive, we could totally kill this team. Well, I think we would have already killed it at this point, but Rotos just can't go hard with the A3 and one-shot the enemy team, so he's not very scary to him at this point. Maybe no, not with the attack decrease buff. I was gonna say that maybe I can kill her now with the A2. I probably could if I didn't have the decrease attack and I procced Helm Smasher, but not like this. Yeah, it's kind of close. I definitely would have gotten it without the debuff. Okay, let's just surrender. Two good champions for me. I can't contest with that. I don't think something like White Queen would have made any difference in that fight. It was mostly about the nukers, but I think in some other fights I'll probably use White Queen instead of UTK and Necret, at least on the next video. And hopefully she will become a pick that I actually use a lot, but I'm not gonna make any promises just yet. Maybe in this fight we're gonna go with Wukong as our third support instead of Helicat or Necret. He already picked the Necret anyway, and Wukong would have a good matchup against it. Okay, so we have the Mika again that destroyed me last time. So again, he has a team that is very respectable. People were complaining that I used the wrong word. Is it suspectable or suspectable? Suspectable to the... what was I gonna say? Tormin, yeah. I could totally go with Tormin here. Even though that wasn't my original intention. He's gonna ignore the Helicat. I could even go with Tormin and then another nuker. Should I do that? I'm not gonna go with Wukong because I'm not gonna have enough damage with Tormin alone without defense buff or a second nuker at least. Let's go with Mountain King. Let's see what happens here. I think Mountain King is kind of okay. I mean, he's not... Yeah, people talking about buffs to Fatalis, I think Mountain King could also get the buff in that case. But I don't think Mountain King is gonna get buffed. He's kind of okay. He's bad enough that he's never gonna be meta, but he's good enough that I don't think there's a good chance that he's gonna get buffed. But if they only have one reviver in the team, Mountain King can actually be pretty good. If we ban the Marichka now, which I think is what I'm gonna do, should I? Yeah. Or should I just ban the Necret? Let's ban the Necret, so maybe we can freeze the Baron. But Mountain King, even though he has high HP, he doesn't have any passives that makes him tanky. But he's still naturally a bit tanky that he can survive some things, but not a nuke from Baron or Charge It. And he does have the A2 that hits hard. That skill hits almost as hard as Rotos A3. Or maybe similar damage. But if they only have team with one reviver, because he only has single target damage and he's not He's not able to kill them if they have multiple revivers, but if they just have one, then basically all he needs to do is get a 1 turn. Can't do it on the first turn since she has Stone Skin, but Mountain King is most likely gonna one-shot Maritzka, so I do have him in 4-piece Stone Skin, so maybe it will be good enough to survive that long, but I think the Baron might actually just hold on to his nuke on the first turn and save it for later. Okay, nobody got frozen there, I was kind of unlucky with that. So many buffs and nobody got frozen. I don't know if... Okay, my Duchess was able to... Yeah, if he had really good gear, she definitely couldn't survive, but... it wasn't strong enough. Maybe he didn't... Nah, honestly, it should generally kill. Even though my Duchess is super tanky, but if it's a... Oh my god, we didn't get a Helm Smasher proc there. If we had Helm Smasher proc, it would have been like under 30k damage, but... I guess both of us were kind of lacking damage in this fight, but the Baron AoE nuke does hit really hard, but of course you need a really good gear for it, and he probably doesn't have empowered one, yeah. So some of the Barons are gonna do like 300k damage on my Duchess and easily like double overkill it, but I was able to survive that one. Okay, but after that the Wukong is gonna do damage, but the Baron isn't really gonna have a lot of damage for a while. He doesn't do any damage really outside of that one big nuke he has, and that's why George is far superior to him. Am I gonna get destroyed by the Mikage CC again? Yeah. I think we lost this fight as well. I should start using Mikage instead of Tormin. I just need to pull another nuker, but yeah, maybe I should consider doing that a bit more. We started off well, but now we're kind of falling out. Let me double check that my Mikage is geared. Well, she's definitely geared, but I don't know if she has okay, I don't have enough speed boots with Ascension, and I kind of have to swap them around sometimes. I'm definitely gonna get more, but it wasn't my priority to dust my like 6th or 7th perception speed boots. Okay, I'm just clicking everywhere except live arena, but we had the fusion going on, and I needed to chaos dust my other main pieces first, so I didn't get to it. But when I get to it, I will definitely make a couple more pieces of double speed boots. But yeah, I don't have the best success with Mikage because of the teams, the enemy teams pick, but I have a very bad track record against it. I think I probably have like 20% win ratio against Mikage teams or something ridiculous like that. Okay, he went for both Rotos and Wukong. Chances are that he's gonna go with Rotos as well. Maybe this is gonna be a team where we can defeat Mikage in. Okay, so he already picked double immunity on his team. Probably Mikage isn't the best option here. I'm expecting the last nuker to be Rotos, and I'm gonna have to ban the blockout, so I need to pick some AoE nuke, probably not Helicat since he already has the nuke Wukong. We have to go with Quintus. I feel like there's not many other options for me. In this fight again, if I had the White Queen, I would probably use it, and then I would have high turn meter revive, which might be useful, but let's actually go with Arbiter on this one. It's kind of risky because Arbiter isn't very tanky, and that Wukong can definitely destroy me with his A2, but that's all I got basically. Ah, Helicat. Well, I do have buff strip on Windows, but the issue is that I can't ban the UDK, and I can buff strip the Helicat, but it's gonna redirect the actual damage hit on the UDK, so I won't be able to one-shot him, but I can get rid of the block damage and then kill him on the next turn or on the other nuker, I guess. Wow, this is one of those rare occasions that I'm actually gonna go first. He totally used a go second team against me, which is very, very unusual. Okay, let's open with the A2. I don't think the A1 would kill the Wukong because of the UDK passive, and I don't want to waste the A3. But let's get some damage from the masteries to us. Let's actually go. Should I go with the AoE nuke? Yeah, let's just do it to get a little bit of extra damage with the crit damage buff. They're all gonna sit with the stone skin and then block damage anyway, so. Yeah, I'm still pretty scared because I can't really one-shot his team when he's in that stone skin and so on, but the Wukong can definitely do one strong A2 and take me out. Though he doesn't have attack buff, so maybe actually, maybe I can actually survive it. I wish I didn't get the counter attack there, because I would have been able to buff strip the Helicat and take care of him, but I think now I'm gonna have issues that I don't think I'm gonna get turned before that, and he's just gonna like continuously kill me before I can take any actions. But maybe later I can do a Duchess revive and get back up. He still has the AoE nuke anyway, so. I don't have enough accuracy on my Arbiter, sadly. Okay, I think we're actually just gonna go with the A3. We're not gonna reset the cooldowns, but we might have enough damage to kill the Helicat with the attack buff, though maybe not. Let's see. Yeah, not even close to enough. I think we're gonna lose this fight, to be honest. Yeah, I didn't really want to pick Rotos against this since he already had the lockout, but maybe I should have. Maybe I should have still gone with the Rotos. It probably would have been my best shot because the other nukers are not very good unless you like. I guess I was kind of going first, even though not like in a hard speed team, and he was in the stone skin, but this still isn't the right type of map. Right type of team to use Quintus on, and I need some kind of a bit more tanky nukers. I think the Wukong has already... Yeah, okay. Let's just surrender. I think we lost this, right? No, okay, let's keep going for a little bit. No, okay, let's see if Arbiter dies here, and if she gets one more turn. If we fail after that, then I'm gonna quit the fight, but I think we lost it. My Dutch is very tanky, and he's kind of having a rough time killing her. I'm sure he can kill it at some point, and I don't want to stall it out too much if I don't have any chance of winning this. I mean, I have used the exact same team that he uses a very good amount myself, so... Okay, my Arbiter wasn't tanky enough. And probably by the time that the others get up after the next revive, he's gonna have the Helicat AoE nuke anyway, and my team is super squishy, so they can't handle it. Oh, okay. He didn't, but I can't do any damage. But can I get the Quintus buff strip? Okay, we can, but the issue is that I cannot. It's still gonna hit UDK. Let's actually go for UDK instead of Helicat. Yeah. If I was a bit faster, or I had a proper speed team champion instead of Duchess, like let's not use the revive yet. If I had like Siphi instead of Duchess, I think we could take on this team if we had enough turn meter manipulation, but okay. We finally lost it. It was kind of doable, it was just that my team isn't really a speed team like this, and Quintus and Xena are extremely squishy and they don't really fit into like go second teams. We had a good start where we were meeting those a bit easier teams, but now I'm getting countered super hard and I don't have great answers to these setups. Pretty super slow progression that it might take me... Well, it might take me a day, it might take me 3 years before I get the new champion that improves my team, so it can be kind of frustrating. I'm thinking, when is the last time that I pulled a new Q champion? I can't recall it really. The last kind of Q champions that I got were stuff like Wukong, Xena and UDK that weren't exactly pulls, but probably the last, the last meta top tier champion that was new that I pulled was definitely Necrot, and that was like 3 years ago. So, or maybe Duchess. Yeah, Duchess I got like, is it 2 years ago at this point? Either 2 years or 1.5 years or something like that. Yeah, last meta champion I got was Duchess, and before that was Necrot, and that's basically all of the unique top champions that I have pulled in raid, sadly. Now I have pulled 3 Necrots, which is kind of a bummer because I wish I would have gotten something else, but that is RNG. I kind of want to go with Helicat because he has so tanky team, but Tormin isn't an option here. Mikage is definitely not an option, so either I go with Necrot and Helicat or Helicat and Xena, but let's go with a triple nuker. I don't think I can beat this team either. We're not gonna be able to ban the Harima because of the lockout, and he has a very tanky team, so we can't kill it that fast. If I just went with double nuker and big Necrot, I wouldn't be able to kill this team with Helicat alone, sadly. Even though many teams can be killed by him, but not a team like this. Oh, we did surprisingly high damage to the Mariska, considering that we were just using the A2, and it wasn't even the A3 that hits harder. Yeah, even though I get the block damage up now, but he banned the UDK, so he can still target whoever he wants with the Charge It, and I don't know who is he gonna take out. Either Helicat or Duchess. Probably not Duchess if Charge It. Okay, maybe he's gonna target that, or he has to target the Duchess now, but he's probably gonna go with the single target nuke first. Oh nice, he didn't proc the passive, otherwise it would have definitely one-shotted my Duchess. The ignore defense makes so huge difference. That would have been like double damage or more than double damage if he proc the passive. I don't know if I can one-shot the Charge It with Rotos, even though Charge It is super squishy, but he does have the Harima. No, let's just go with the A2, let's not take any risks. Yeah. I think maybe, but I'm not quite sure. He does have pretty big shield and strength and buff as well, on top of the Harima passive. Okay, can we get a double kill here? If we can kill both the Charge It and the Marichka, then we could reset the cooldown. Almost. Actually getting pretty far. I was kind of expecting to lose the fight in a couple of seconds, but I guess I was kind of fast enough against this team that we actually got to put some pressure on him. Goddamn marriage capacity. This George is just getting non-stop revives. Nice! We actually won it. I feel like this was actually way harder team than some of the ones that we lost to, but I guess our team comp and the builds just happened to match out, and this one was actually doable even when some of the easier teams were hard for me, like the last two teams, for instance. Okay, 70 points off from Gold 4 finally. If I can get myself to actually play a lot this week, I can do it, but I think that's what I said last week, and I only played maybe like, was it 3 times or maybe even 2 times. I was just so busy trying to do all of the other content that I kind of forgot about Live Arena, even though that's probably my favorite content to make anyway, so I don't know why I'm making those other videos as much. I should just do less of them and do more of Live Arena. This is easier to do anyway and it's more fun, so... And when I made the defense video, for instance, that video barely got any views, and this video is almost certainly gonna get more views than that, and I think that was way better video than, like the defense guide was way better video than this, but people are into what they are into, and the informational videos are not the most popular ones that people want to see, and stuff like chart pulls, updates and Live Arena are the things that people want to see. It seems like he's gonna go with some kind of speed team, so I could go for early Xena. No, let's go with Xena. Probably Rotos is still gonna be my last pick. I don't think he's gonna pick it against this matchup, but I went with Xena first. Okay, he's definitely gonna ban my UDK, I think, but I hope I don't get destroyed by the Mikage again. Oh, he actually banned Rotos. I was expecting him to ban Judges or maybe even Necret, but I can totally do this fight with Xena if I can just get turns. And now that he didn't ban either Necret or Judges, I'm gonna have more immunity buffs, and maybe my Xena doesn't get Erma CC'd by Mikage. I think he made a mistake with the ban, honestly. Like, he literally should have banned any of my supports except the nukers, but Wukong isn't gonna do much now with UDK, and then Mikage also is diminished a lot by the immunity buffs. Let's open with the A2. I think I might even have enough damage to kill even Python or Mikage. Probably not, but it might be kind of close. Oh. Yeah, then I should have gone with the A3 if I got 2 kills. Well, it doesn't matter. She got turn meter, so it's good either way. He had actually a very slow team. I wasn't expecting it to be like this. This is a good example that Even if you're technically using go second teams in live arena, you still want to crank up the speed and not focus on the damage, because going first makes a huge difference here. In classic arena it's a bit different because you can choose a specific team that you fight and you can completely counter it, and if you have a perfect counter then go second team can be fine as well. But here it is not like that, and going first puts a lot of pressure on the enemy team and gives you an immense advantage. Okay, he got the Duchess. That hasn't happened a lot today, but she has been banned in many fights though. I think I'm just gonna go with Xena again. I feel like he's definitely my second best nuker at this point, and every team has the counters against Helicat, so another Lerios team. Those have kind of fallen off the meta, even before Live Arena was released, but people have to use what champions they have. Wait, what am I gonna use? Okay, let's go with Mithril actually. Maybe I should have just gone with Arbiter, but if I did pull a Lerios, I would definitely use him, make no mistake about that, but I wouldn't be happy with the pull. Let's just put it that way. I'm thinking, what if I just banned the Duchess instead of Harima, but nah, let's go for the Harima ban. Yeah, I should have gone with the Arbiter instead of Mitra though, but I was kind of maybe overthinking this matchup a little bit. Well, at least we're gonna have some form of attack buff, and we're also gonna have a cleanse against the Ukko, so maybe Mitra is gonna work out well. Him having both of his revivers in Stone Skin is actually pretty tough for me in a matchup where I don't have any reviver at all. Wait, never mind. Was the Ukko even in Stone Skin, or did he also have Stone Skin, or did he just steal my Stone Skin? I feel like I saw him in unprotected Stone Skin at the start, but that I might have seen it wrong. I think we're just gonna open with this actually. Mitrola is definitely more squishy than UDK, but goddammit. Xena is gonna go first too. I put the protection on UDK just because it's gonna... But first of all, he's gonna take more damage than others. Okay. Never mind, he had the accuracy to do it. I thought that was a nuke. Wait, who did I ban? I thought it was a nuke build. Well, anyway, it would restore the cooldowns of Necret a bit faster since UDK is getting constantly hit, and Necret has the passive to reduce the cooldown of skill if the champions get hit, but either way, it's not a big deal. Okay. We lost this one. It is what it is. Should have gone for the Arbiter, I guess. I'm still kind of tempted if I should just go back to the nuke build on Wukong. It would be so good on many fights, to be honest. So I'm still gonna run into the lockout Harima UDK combination issue, but outside of that, in the teams that they don't pick them, or I'm able to pick or ban some of them, some of the fights that I lost today would have been super easy if I had a Wukong in my team, I think. If I get a second Wukong, I'm not gonna empower it, and I'm gonna have one nuke build and one support build. Okay, this is kind of handed down to us, but it's a support team with he only has one choice right now, and it's to pick a nuker, probably like Ronda or Georgit, and at least we can ban the lockout and have a chance of freezing his team, though I'm pretty sure he's gonna go for the ban on Mitra. Should I actually go for Necret or Helicat? Let's actually go for Helicat and Tormin instead of Mitra and Tormin. There's a very high chance that he's gonna ban the Tormin anyway, and I'm gonna get a guaranteed ban on the lockout, so Helicat should be able to get a turn. And against a team like this, even if everybody else in my... Oh, he went with Nuke Ramanto. That's kind of funny. I have spoken about him before, that Nuke Ramanto is very situationally good against some squeezy teams. So maybe my team is tanky enough that it's not a big deal, but... Yeah, Helicat would have been able to solo his team easily, but not with the Nuke Ramanto in the team though. But... I don't think he has to solo the team. I think we can take this. He's not gonna have the highest damage, even though he has double turn meter boost and a lot of attack buffs, but my Duchess is so tanky that she can probably take some good pounding from the Leorios and not actually go down. Damn, both of the nukers got riddled with CEC and Fierce and everything. But the good thing is that he actually kind of made a mistake there, to be honest. So he already used the buff strip, and that means that he's not gonna be able to buff strip Helicat, and he's gonna get a free reign now. I don't know why he hit the Duchess and not the Tormin. Helicat is not gonna counterattack if he hits... Wait, no, okay, never mind. Tormin does have the block damage, my bad. I thought he didn't. Well, in either case, I think we got this. Oh, Tormin got feared. If he didn't get feared there, the fight would have already been over, but even outside of that, surely we won this fight, right? No way we're gonna lose at this point. Right? Please don't lose. Nah, no way, yeah. I think I have gone with triple nuker surprisingly often today. Let me actually... Well, I guess in many of the fights the third nuker has been banned, but I think I did it way more than twice. I think I probably did it like 3 to 5 times or something like that. Maybe even more. Here's another team. Triple nukers are used every now and then, but usually when I see enemy teams going with triple nuker, it's always going to be with Harima, and if I were to get Harima, I would also use those strategies myself, but they always kind of rely on having Harima and then some like bolster sets on your team, and often some of the champions are also in 4-piece stone skin, and that can be super annoying, and that's the way that you can be tanky enough to pull off a triple nuker. Wait, who is sending me text messages? What? Does somebody use text messages in the modern days? Oh, okay, it's the post office, okay. Never mind, I thought I actually got a text message. Well, we're definitely gonna go with Xena, but I might go with Wukong, but we will see. I guess I don't have too many options against the Rotos, so again it would be better if I had my Status geared, and Initve is technically geared, but he's like 150 speed for classic arena offense against those specific Taras UDK matchups that I made a video about. But he's not good enough to be usable, I don't think. Unless he bans it because he's afraid of my Initve, but probably not. Yeah, I don't, as you can see my nukers, I don't have good stuff against these. The only thing I do is to go with Quintus, I guess. Yeah, let's go with Arbiter. We're not gonna go first, but let's try to get a little bit of turn meter manipulation. I think he's probably gonna ban the Necret, to be honest. Oh, he even has Lazarus. That's not good. Okay. Well, I should at least get one turn on my nukers, surely. If his team is not very tanky, that might actually be good enough to make something happen, though it's not gonna be good enough to kill Rotos, so... Even if I were to one-shot the Sifi and Lazarus, the Rotos might just lean me off by himself anyway. I think we have to open with the A3. I would kind of want to open with the A2, but I'm not sure if A3 has enough damage to kill the Sifi, but the team is so good against us that I think this is pretty much the only way, and like I mentioned before, I don't understand why those good accounts are not using Xena. If I had empowered Xena, or maybe even Xena with Blessing, I would definitely have been able to one-shot that Sifi. I just need a little bit more damage, but there is so much room to make the Xena deal way more damage than she's dealing, and yeah. I guess I shouldn't really help my enemies too much, but I keep saying it that Xena is super underrated. Wait, should I actually go for the Rotos and not the Xena? Not the Siphi. I can kill either one, but this is my one chance to actually kill the... Yeah, let's go for Rotos. To kill the Rotos with ally attack. I wouldn't be able to kill it with Xena... Oh, not enough damage. I wouldn't be able to kill it with Xena A1 because of the UDK. Okay, he didn't at least get extra turn. That's good for me. Yeah, if Xena can cut in now, I think we should be fine. She's super good counter. It's just that I shouldn't be using Xena against every single team. I just don't have good other options, but that might make Xena seem worse than she is, because I'm also losing a lot of fights with her, but I'm using her in a lot of matchups that she isn't really the best at, but I'm just running out of viable nukers to use in that matchup, so... We did pretty bad at the start, but we're having comeback at the end, so I guess it was actually pretty good session. Let's get one last win and then I can go do other stuff pretty happily. After this video, I'm instantly gonna rush into the post office and get that goddamn sound card or whatever it's called, audio interface, and I'm gonna play with my shiny new microphone. Again, it's the Mikage Wukong combination that I always lose against, so... Maybe I'm gonna go with Arbiter again. That might be the way to go. Yeah, I mean, what is he gonna pick now? Like, Siphi and Lockout, maybe? Okay, he went with the Torment. That was actually a good catch. Maybe I should have opened with the Xena instead, but I think I'm just gonna ban the Torment, to be honest. I guess he doesn't have Siphi, which sucks for him, but that's great news for me. Might be actually... Oh, he banned the Xena. I was hoping he wouldn't ban the Xena. I think Xena would have gone into this team, but he did go for it. He has the ally attack, so unless I get a lot reaction procs on Rotos, he's easily gonna destroy it on the first turn with Mikage. Come on. Rock reaction against the George. Oh, okay, he didn't go for it. Never mind. He went for the stun first. I think that might not be... Well, we will see about that, but it might have been a mistake from his part, because he can't change back to the other form for a while, and he has Stone Skin on George anyway, so it's not like I could have killed him. And now let's say that George gets... Okay, he didn't get a kill, but if he were to get extra turn with that kill, he would have already lost the Stone Skin by the time that my Rotos got his first turn, so... I'm not sure if that's good enough for me to win the fight, but I think he probably should have opened with the ally attack. On Rotos, of course. Yeah. If I had 6-star polymorph, he would have been done, but I'm not a blessing millionaire or whatever you want to call it. I don't think I want to waste the Arbiter revive just yet. Oh nice. I thought that the George was still gonna go before my Rotos, but this works out for me. Let's go on Python. I kind of want to go for the Wukong and kill it, but we need to kill the Python before we can end this fight. And it's kind of painful to hit it because we have a chance to weak it, but we must do it at some point anyway. That's the nice part about Xena, that she does have the passive that she doesn't weak it, and it can be super nice not to have to worry about the affinities. Of course, you don't have to worry about the affinities if you're a big boy and you're only using void champions, but for us normal plebeians, like, the affinity can be a big issue. Well, I guess even the big whales nowadays are gonna use out of primal champions, so maybe they have to deal with that as well. Well, not Taras, or it's not as big deal for supports anyway, but Taras was the best champion in the game. That's one thing on top of the million other things that he doesn't, that he's OP with or he doesn't have to deal with. We haven't been complaining about Taras at all today, so I didn't want to ruin the video, but by not doing that, so it was good time to bring it up in the end. I actually almost got through an entire video where I don't think I had a single rant about Taras, but no, let's keep the tradition alive and don't give them any breaks. Okay, come on. Can I just get one goddamn critical strike on the Python? Isn't it supposed to be like 30% chance to weak it or something like that? Come on. This fight could have been over like 2 minutes ago, but I still have a very good chance to actually lose it. Though the issue is that the Python only has... Okay, finally. The Python only has a revive at 50% turn meter, and that's pretty crappy compared to Siphi and Maritska, and it often means that your nukers are not gonna get any turns, like the way it's happening for this guy, and the way it's happening to me very often as well with Duchess. Though Duchess have some additional defensive utility with the whale, so it might not be at full turn meter, but if they don't have any AoE nukes left, they might not be able to target those champions anyway, though reviving with turn meter is way better. Okay, nice. Yeah, I think we have time for one more fight actually. Yeah, getting super close to goal 4. There isn't any huge benefits out of it, so I haven't really been like on a rush to play a lot live arena like I was doing before. So that's why I have been kind of lagging close to 4.8k for a while, but we can probably do it with maybe 2 or 3 more sessions if I don't do too bad. If I get some very strong shiny new champions, I probably would play live arena even more, so make that happen, Plarium. Give me Crixia and I will definitely... I promise to do more live arena videos. So we're basically going with the exact same stuff as in the last fight. Though this time he got the Duchess as the first pick, so... Am I still gonna go with the Xena? Yeah, I don't want to go with Arbiter and Xena at this time because he might pull out the Tormin again and I want to reserve my plan for something else. We could still last pick it, but I could go with Helicat or something like that if he... Okay, he went with the Arbiter. And he also has the Mikage, so he does have double buff strip and Helicat is kind of hard to use here. But then we can go for the Tormin. I think it's gonna work out against this team even without defense buff, as long as we ban the Duchess, of course. Well, I don't have any reviver, so it is very risky, but it's all I got today, so... But yeah, I'm probably not gonna go with Python just to have a Python in my team, especially since he has the turn meter boost from Arbiter, kind of like happened in the last match for him as well, that the Python revive is not gonna cut it. Come on, let us win the last fight on the video. Yeah, I keep weak hitting on his goddamn Python, but of course not only does he not weak hit on my Rotos, but he also gets a stun, and that might have actually literally lost us the fight. Okay, at least he didn't proc Helm Smasher on, or the passive on Georgid, but yeah, we lost the fight anyway. Xena is not gonna have enough damage without attack buff, and he still has the stone skin and unkillable, so... If Protoss didn't get stunned, I think we had a pretty high chance to win the fight, actually. Yeah, it's over. Anyway, still pretty good. I definitely had a lot of losses, but as you can see, my teams are very... I don't have like million other options, so I play with very small pool of champions, and of course they have most of my best gear, but it's a bit too narrow and I can't really deal with all of the matchups I get. Not that most people can unless you have a card account with crazy speeds and Taras and Marichka and so on, but of course I want to do better than I can, and it's frustrating to get matchups like these where I know that I'm gonna lose and I don't have a answer to it, but I mean, I can't complain. I'm still getting a lot of wins, so it's pretty good. Now, I'm not gonna have it on today's video, but tomorrow or the next day, maybe I'll just do live arena video 2 days in a row, but tomorrow I'm definitely gonna test White Queen Angora. Where is it? Wait. Damn, I'm so blind, I can't... Oh, yeah, like middle of the screen. I'm definitely gonna use White Queen Angora. I have some stuff in my mind that I'm gonna do with her, but I think we're mostly gonna go with Double Reviver, which isn't something that I usually do. And I'm gonna try to make the most out of her revive that does revive at very high turn meter, even though it's only 25% more than Python, but it's actually way better. So we will see if White Queen Angora is a flop or not. My best guess is that she's gonna be like a niche, decent, maybe a little bit better than Python, but I'm not sure if she's gonna be super popular if you don't have her duo. The main issue that I see with her, even though she has very interesting utility, but unlike Siphi for instance, she doesn't have strong self-heals or survivability, so it's kind of hard to pick her in a team as the only reviver because she's not gonna heal your team at all. She does have the one shield, but that's not really good enough. Like Marichka for instance has a like very good shield that is better than this, and then she also has a very strong heal and AoE revive. But anyway, that's it for this video. Good luck with your live arena, and also make sure to watch my Dragonair videos. If you're interested of that game, make sure to download it from the link that I have in my sponsored Dragonair videos. That helps the channel and makes me do a lot more other videos as well, so anyway, see ya.